Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to my channel and my weekly live stream, the Friday Night Natter. This is generally a place where you can just come, chill, have a chit chat about absolutely anything. Obviously being respectful to anybody else who's in the chat as well. I completely forgot to schedule this live stream in. So if we don't end up getting anybody, then that's my own fault, basically, because I completely forgot to schedule. It's been a bit of a kind of week, lots of stuff going off. Kids have been finishing off schoolwork and just getting some things organised. There's been quite a bit happening. Hospital appointments that should have happened in March are now starting to come through and things like that. So things seem to be getting a little bit back to normality, which is pretty good. I think I'm ready for the boys to go back to school in September. I can't quite believe we are now at the start of the 6 weeks holidays. My boys have broken up today, so today's been their last day. I know my sister, who lives in the Isle of Wight, she's got another week, unfortunately, bless her. She's absolutely dead on her feet. I know that. So I know she's ready for a break, but if you're watching this, Liz, keep going, girl. One more week. That's all you've got. One more week, sweetheart. So my boys are quite chuffed tonight. They've had a McDonald's as a treat, which they do every year on the last day of school. So my husband, he's had a bit of a nightmare though, bless him. He tried doing it on the app and then it all went a bit kablooey, and he ended up, when he got to where he just thought he was going to be picking it up, obviously they've not received the order and all of that. So he's ended up doing it on the machine there and having to wait for it, but never mind. But yeah, so they're happy. So they've had their yearly treat of a McDonald's. Like I say, appointments have started coming through, basically ones that have been suspended from the beginning of the year. One of which came through, and I thought it was going to be a face-to-face interview, so I was like, yee, because my little one has to have, he has blood works done periodically, and they should have been done in April, and of course they weren't. And for other things he's got tied in, we need to know those blood results, so it's all a bit complicated. But so he's having those done on Monday. Because he's there for another appointment as well. But this appointment he had on this Monday just gone, thought it was face-to-face. They rung me on last Friday and said, oh no, it's a telephone one. But anyway, never mind. All sorted. Everything I wanted to get sorted and talk to the consultant about in that appointment. She was really, really lovely on the phone. So it was a bit strange because it was a new consultant for him. So it was like the first time of sort of talking to her, and that was a bit odd, but never mind. I can see I've got one person watching. You're not saying hello yet in the live chat, so whoever you are, good evening. Thank you for joining us. What else has been happening this week? I've had a load more deliveries come through. I did a mammoth, and I mean a mammoth, filming session last Saturday. I think 3 of those videos have gone up. I think the other 2 are for next week, and I've currently got another 4 unboxings. 4 unboxings waiting here that have been delivered these last sort of 2 or 3 days. So I can see yet another mammoth session of filming coming on tomorrow. I'm hoping to get, now the boys have actually broken up and not doing schoolwork anymore, I get the laptop back in the day, yay! Which means that potentially I'm going to have more opportunity to film a bit more often and hopefully do a few more looks and things. So, because I've also got, not only have I got 4 unboxings waiting at here, I have also got a separate pile of makeup that I've not even used yet. I've got my Jeffree Star. I've got a haul actually that I did, gosh, probably nearly coming up 2 months ago, funnily enough. I bought it in preparation. I haven't done that haul video yet. I've got a lot to do, ladies and gentlemen. I have got a lot of work coming my way. So fingers crossed, like I say, I should now be able to have my dining room back a little bit more often so I can film more often. I can get those videos edited and then I can get them up there and uploaded and out there for you. What else? I've generally been sorting out. Oh my goodness, this week. You know when you have those days and just those weeks and times where you're just like, right, this wardrobe or this airing cupboard or, you know, there's always those places that you just shove stuff every now and again until eventually you just go, right, I need to sort it out, and that's what I've been doing. So I've found all sorts of stuff. I've got stuff to take to the laundrette and a spare double duvet that I've got that needs cleaning that's been up in the loft. I've got a bedspread that was actually my nana and granddad's. I mean, it's not my sort of thing at all, but it's great as like for a spare, do you know what I mean? So that needs dry cleaning. So I've found local laundrette and found out how much they're going to cost. What else? Oh, I finally, if Michelle Tattersall, if you end up watching this, my darling, I really hope you will be getting your goodies soon. For anybody who doesn't know, Michelle won my 100 subscriber giveaway, and I'd meant to get it out last week for it, and then a couple of things happened, and it just went, it flew out. And then I remembered beginning of this week, I went to my local Hermes shop to send it off to her because she'd been in contact and give me her address and everything, bless her. And the bloody machine was broken. And she was like, no, it's not working, you can't do it. So I was like, right. So I ended up having to come home, find another local shop. I couldn't go out that day again. Yeah, and then I tried another local shop and the machine was working, but they weren't having a pickup for a couple of days or something like that. He told me before I was doing it. So yeah, it was a case of third time lucky, but I got it sent off yesterday. So that was an achievement. So that's swinging its way over to Michelle as we speak. So I hope she thoroughly enjoys all the goodies that were in there. There was quite a lot. It was quite a heavy parcel. But yeah, oh crikey, hang on, I've had some silly pop-ups come up on the computer. There we go. If I don't get rid of those, then I can't see if anybody is chatting to me in the live chat or not. So yeah, that's been about it really this week. Husband and I are umming and ahhing about what to do with the 6 weeks holidays and stuff. We should have been going away last month in June for my sister's wedding. Unfortunately, obviously, that's had to be postponed till next year now. But I have another sister who lives in the Isle of Wight, and we normally go over to her every year in the 6 weeks holidays. Obviously, we didn't think we'd be doing that this year, but my husband, he's in the NHS, he's worked all the way through lockdown, so he hasn't had any annual leave since March. So he's decided to book 2 weeks off together. So we're thinking potentially, I don't know, we're going to see. I'm getting some advice from her on how things are and about travel and safety and things like that. So yeah, so potentially I might be away for a few days or a week. But if I am, I will let you know. Because if we do go away, there's absolutely no internet signal whatsoever. It's really bad. So if we do go away, then obviously there won't be any live streams. I will try and get videos pre-recorded and scheduled in for you, so at least content will still be going up. But obviously, any comments or anything like that, I won't be able to interact with you all. So, like I say, if that does come off, then I shall let you know. This week, hopefully, videos wise, like I say, fingers crossed, I've got at least at least 6 videos down here ready and waiting for my stuff to do. So fingers crossed I will get those done over this weekend, and therefore you'll be seeing those in the upcoming week. So Anita, hello. How are you, my darling? I'm very well, thank you. As a little lamb, I'm not going to lie. If you can hear, I meant to say, if you can hear a funny buzzy noise, I'm afraid this evening it's a little bit wee sticky, and so I have got a fan on, out of shot. But if you can hear a funny noise, that's what it'll be. How are you doing, my darling? How's your week been? Oh, I just wet me whistle there. Oh, who else have we got coming? I noticed we had a couple and then they've maybe flitted out, but I've got an extra one in there again. So whoever's in there, hello. Thank you for joining us. Ah, dear. Yeah. Anita, it's been okay. Oh, good. You've had an okay week then, hon, have you? What's been happening? Anything happened? Made you chuckle? Went into the office for the first time for a day. Ooh, what was that like then, hun? How did you feel about it? What was the journey like? Yeah? What did you think? Because I suppose that's the thing. We have got to start getting back to some sort of normality. I mean, you know, we're all being cautious and stuff, and obviously we've all got things in the back of our mind. But when do we make that step and say, well, you know, come on, we've got to keep living. We've got to keep experiencing and doing stuff. Otherwise, you're just going to stay still, aren't you? You know. Having said that, like I say, I understand all too well the anxiety. So it's a catch-22. I've seen my dad today. I've actually been over to where he lives today for the first time in a long time. Because of everything, and I've took the boys over, so that's been really nice. So trying to widen that social circle and that bit of a bubble a bit. Anita, it was nice to see friends, but the horrible thing was wearing the mask all day. I did feel anxious, but apart from the mask, it was good to be back. Ah, good. That's really good then. So actually being back was, you know, that discomfort with the mask and it being a bit annoying and things like that, it was worth it to be back. Yeah, that's good. That's good. You see, it's a bit different. It's really weird for me because in some respects, not a lot has changed because obviously I'm very lucky I don't work outside of home. I'm at home all the time anyway, other than I do have a lot of appointments and things with the kids. Either they're all under the hospital for different things. So that can be interesting sometimes, especially if appointments come through and they're clashing and I'm having to ring up and say, oh, I'm sorry, we can't make this appointment for this one. Can we move it? Oh, well, why is that then? Well, because it's clashing with another child's appointment. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's my life normally. So it has been nice not to do it, but I'm also like, I know it's got to go back to that. And so I'm like, I'm ready to do it now. So yeah, for me, that's kind of socializing for me in a way. It's a bit weird, but going out and to different appointments and seeing different people and talking to them that way. So, and do you know what else I miss as well? I would often meet up with a friend of my auntie in a local coffee shop. And of course, I've not done that for months, and that's actually bugging me. I really want to be able to do that again. Anita, it was just nice to feel I had a routine again, even though it was just a day. Yeah, it's that thing about it. It doesn't matter, does it, Ella? It's just that fact that, oh, I get to do it. Doing 2 days next week, but it will be as and when for the foreseeable future. Don't think what I'll have a full 5-day week. Well, if that's what it is, then that's what it is, sweethearts. I always say to my boys, you know, something's better than nothing. If you can afford for it to be that way, obviously I understand, you know, that's that's your own circumstances. So, you know, I'm very lucky. We can ish manage on Ian's wage, but I have to say, because I've not gone back to work, it means we're entitled now, or we're able, sorry, to claim child tax credit, whereas when I was working, we couldn't. So that has compensated a bit. So yeah, we're very lucky that I don't have to do that. I know when I've spoken to my sister who was due to get married recently, and she's obviously been working from home all the way through. And I said, well, how's that been? She said, oh, it's been all right, but she's ready to get back in the office because she deals with a lot of confidential paperwork and things like that. And like she said, it's not good having it at home. Obviously, she's got the shredders and everything. So she was looking forward to getting back into the office for that aspect. And she was kind of like, I think it's going to be where I'm going to be in the office maybe a couple of days a week, or for a week at a time, and then maybe not for a couple of weeks. And she thought that was possibly going to be the way forward for her. And she's a bit like that about it, because otherwise you're not going out and seeing people, are you? I mean, I know my aunt, I mean, she should be fully retired by now, but she's just a workaholic. And she's only supposed to do 3 days a week. But the problem for her is being at home and working. It means she works more than what she's meant to, because it's just there, and you don't switch off from it. And that's what my sister was saying. She's like, I'm just not switching off when it's at home, because I'll just pick the computer up and carry on. So, Anita, I don't blame you not going back to work. I wish my mum had taken time off. Ah, she was a career woman, and I never saw her when I was young. I respect mums that stay home if they can. Oh, thank you, Anita. There's not many people who think like that. To be honest, it kind of bugs me a bit. It does get under my skin, that, because it's kind of like they undervalue the work that you do. And it's like, I mean, I'll say to people, I'll tell you what, I'll swap you. You have my life. You do the running around that I do and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm talking about normal circumstances, not now, but just generally being at home, you know, it is hard work, and it's tiring. Um, and it is tricky working from home. Yeah. I mean, even my husband said the other day, he said, blooming heck, love, can you imagine if you had to work from home as well as have the kids and everything else as well? He says, goodness me, how do people do that? I said, well, yeah, that's true. I mean, I hold my hat off to them, people who are parenting, teaching, and holding down jobs, working from home as well. Absolutely applaud them to death, because, yeah, it's hard. Hi, Roxanne. Hello. Hi, honey. I'm so pleased you've joined us. Yay. Fab. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are very well, thank you, my darling. Or certainly I am. Sorry, Anita, you can speak, you know. Yeah, no, we're doing really well, thanks, honey. How are you doing? What have you been up to the last couple of weeks? Anita, God, no, it's harder to be a mum. I clock off, I'm done. Mums never clock off. No, they don't, do they? Do you know the one thing that I've learned from being a parent is you can't be ill. You just can't. You cannot be ill as a parent or as a mom, or because if you're ill, you've still got to take the kids to school. You've still got to do the washing, stuff like that, and wash the pots. As much as you want to just die in bed all day, and especially now I've got Louis as a toddler, I've got no chance. So, yeah, that is the hardest thing for me about being a parent. You just can't be ill. And if you are ill, it's tough luck. You just gotta get on with it. There's no sick days and no sick pay. Oh, good here, Roxanne. Good, good. All is going well here too. Excellent. Excellent. How's your sewing going? You were doing a sewing project, weren't you? A skirt? Were you sorting a skirt out or something, Roxanne, or have I completely dreamt that up? Because I do that. That's not in a weird way, by the way. Oh God, I just realised how that came out. No, it's. I'm going to shut up now. Yeah, I can imagine no time for being poorly. Get up, carry on. Yep. I mean, I've had a couple of bouts of pneumonia, and I've been. It was when the boys were younger and at school before I had Louis, and then I'd gone back to work, and I had to have the time off work, but I still had to take the kids to school every day, and I could hardly breathe. It was ridiculous. Yeah, it is hard being poorly with kids, but never mind. The thing is, they're only at that young stage where, like my older two now, if I'm poorly, I can say to them, or if I'm not feeling very well, particularly if I'm having one of my funny with my migraines, I'll say to the older two, oh, mummy's not feeling that well. Louis having a nap. I'm going to go for a nap. If you need me, you know where I am. And they can kind of take care of themselves now. But other than that, yeah. Roxanne, it was, and I finished it today. Yay! Well done. I also made a harness as well for the cosplay. Ooh. Plus, I made a few face masks for the family. Wow, you've been a busy bunny. You flipping off, missus. Absolutely. Crikey O'Reilly. Wow. I've just bought all us lot face masks. Seeing as though we've now got to wear them in shops. Not that I'd take my kids in the shops, but obviously I still have to go shopping. So I thought the other day, I think it was the day after they announced, or the morning that they announced that it was going to be compulsory, I was like, right, I better crack on and get some before there's none left on the shelves. So yeah, so I went to B&M and got some from there. I have got a couple already that a friend of mine had made, and I bought them off her. But yeah, I thought I better get some more. So I got the reusable ones, washable ones. I didn't want to buy the disposables. Because that's another thing, is if we do end up going away, we already know that on the ferry you've got to wear face masks. So, and that's anybody over the age of 3. So fortunately, Louis won't have to wear one, but the big two will. So I got some kids size ones, and then I got some adult size ones as well. In fact, husband has gone on the bus tonight. He's gone on the bus to the pub. I don't know which pub he's gone to, whether it's one in a local village or he's gone into town or whatever. But yeah, and I'm like, right, you need a good job. I've got these face masks the other day. And he was like, I hope none of them are pink. Me. I'm just like, do you really think I'm going to buy anything pink? Whether it's for me, anybody in this family, I'm going to buy pink. No, doesn't happen. So he's gone off for Happy Bunny. He's like, oh, actually, these are all right. So he's gone off on the bus with one tonight. So I just hope if he has gone into town or whatever, he doesn't end up losing it, because then I'm down to 2, aren't I? After wearing a mask at work and knowing how awful it is, I won't be browsing around the shops. I will still shop online. Yeah, obviously, but masks will take all the fun out of browsing in the shops. Yeah, I think it will, to be honest. You see, because I think, did I mention it? I think I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago or a few weeks ago. Obviously, where my scar is, it's really weird. You can't really see when you see my face on, but particularly when you see them to the side, this side does angle up. It's quite a prominent up here. So when I've got face coverings, masks and things on, they rub. They rub on my scar and they irritate it. So I was like, there's no chance of my getting paper ones. I had to deal with them when I used to work in theatres. So no chance, no chance. But pink as if. Exactly, Anita. Me, pink. And he's like, well, they could have been the only ones left in the shop. I'm like, Ian, if pink were the only ones left in the shop, would I really have bought them? No matter how desperate I was for face masks, would I have bought them? No. Men, honestly. Roxanne, I colour coded them to the person out of leftover fabrics and t-shirts. Oh, that's a wicked idea. Awesome bit of upcycling there, missus. I love it. I have to wear one whenever I go out, yes. And for the entire time I'm out. But they're comfy to me mostly. Yeah, you've got a lowered immune system, haven't you, Roxanne? So obviously you'll have been doing that all the time, sweetheart. I know. It's really weird because you would have thought they would have. I mean, you would have thought we'd have been doing this and they'd have made it compulsory right at the beginning. But then I also think about like places in Asia where wearing face masks just every day is generally more of a thing than what we do over here. And yet they've still got the numbers of infections and stuff that they've got. So does it really? I don't know. I mean, yeah, if you're next to somebody who coughs or sneezes and they have the virus, unless you stood about 10 meters away from them, there's a chance, fairly good chance, it's going to land on you, regardless. And unless you've got goggles on or a full face visor, and it's also something covering your ears, you know. Anyway, Anita, so have you bought anything this past week? Me, honey bunny. Have I? Yeah. Yes. Yes, I have. A homemade mask won't protect you. This is it. This is it. Like I say, unless you've got like a full spaceman suit, boiler suit, and all that, that's completely enclosed and sterile and everything. Jewelry channel, no. Well, have I? I might have done a bit of jewelry channel. Yeah, I have done a little bit. I've done a little bit of jewelry channel. I've been a very good girl though. I had something delivered yesterday, so that would have been paid for at the beginning of the week. So, and I haven't really been on there since. So I've done well with that. No, this is. I suppose it's a bit of a haul. It's going to be a few weeks until it gets here. So, thought so. Yeah. I have done a couple of little hauls, a couple of little jewelry channel hauls, not major ones though. But yeah, no, it's a makeup haul. I have hauled from this company before, but they were having a sale. Yes, Roxanne. I have filters that I put into my masks. It makes it a bit more secure. Yeah, are they the washable filters, Roxanne? The ones with the like a cotton thing, aren't they? I think I've seen those. Yeah, this makeup haul. Yeah, the company was having a sale, and it's an American company, but this one, unlike a lot of them, they add our VAT and import taxes and everything. They add all that in at checkout. So once it lands over here, you've not got customs to pay. You've not got the £8 Royal Mail thing to pay. Yeah, and it's literally what you pay at checkout is what you pay. They also, again, although they're an American company, they offer free international shipping if you spend over $75 after any discounts. Which if you do get free shipping with American sites, it tends to be over $100. So that's really good. Yeah, and fingers crossed, my last haul from these literally was delivered to my door within 9 days. That was before the current situation, obviously. It was quite a while ago. I think I did do a haul video, or I've done a video using this brand, one, I think. So Yeah, I might have to check my early videos, but I'm pretty sure I have done a video on this brand. But yeah, I've got another haul coming from them because, like I say, they've got a sale on. They were still offering the free shipping over $75, and it's not difficult to spend 75 quid from this brand. So that's exactly what happened. Anita, what do you think to all the Jeffree Star drama? I know you like his products. Yes, I do. I love his products. I'm a big fan of his products. What do I think to it all? To be perfectly honest with you, Anita, I know there is drama going off. I believe it is to do with something. It's to do with Tati Westbrook and Shane Dawson, or they're involved somehow or something. But in all honesty, that is it. That is all I know. Oh, and I know that he's been completely radio silent on like his Instagram and social media for well over a week now, maybe even 2 weeks. So it's got to be something major. Major. Sorry, that's me. I don't look into it. I don't look into it. I don't find out about it because where my own personal opinion is, I like his products. What I think of him as a person, really, I'm not, just because I might disagree with aspects of somebody or their character or whatever, if they put out a product that's really good and I enjoy using it and it works for me and it works for my skin, I'm still going to use it. I'm still going to go out there and buy it. I did with Kat Von D. I bought all my Kat Von D stuff. I did it, my video that I did when I did that a few months ago, I'd actually collated everything over about a 3 to 4 month period in about 3 or 4 different hauls, and times of going out and shopping and stuff. So yeah, I don't really know anything about it. I don't want to really know. That's, yeah, to be honest. Roxanne, no, they are one-use bamboo ones. Ooh, they have 4 layers of bamboo fibers, and I think they are infused with charcoal as well. Ooh, that sounds really interesting, Roxanne. I like the sound of those, darling. Anita, oh, I'm trying to think of the brand then. And Morphe have ended their relationship with him. Yeah. Now, that's another thing that makes me think, oh, whatever this is quite large, and quite big and quite, because as far as I know, again, I don't really know anything. But, you know, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know the ins and outs. I don't particularly want to know the ins and outs. It doesn't interest me. You see, I'm not a big user of social media. I hardly go on Facebook. I might bob on once a day, and literally that's to see if I've got any messages or anything. I don't scroll through. I don't flick through all that. I ain't got the time, to be honest. And I've got that much going on in my own life that requires my own headspace, that thinking about what's going off in somebody else's life. Nah. If it doesn't affect, I know might sound a bit weird, but I don't know him as a person. I don't, these celebs and stuff. If they were a friend or somebody I really knew and I was, then yeah, I'd be interested in what was happening in their life. But as they're not, I'm not, if you know what I mean. Anyway. Roxanne, you can buy them off of Amazon. They help for hay fever too. Ooh, yes. Ooh, now then. Yeah, because my middle one really does suffer, bless him. He's always snuffly. And something, you see, I don't think Matthew, my middle one, Matthew, I don't think we're going to have a problem getting him to wear a face mask, because for him it'll be like being a superhero or something, you know. He's a proper 9-year-old. He's bonkers. But the big one, I'll have to have a look into those, because I do think I like the sound of those, with them being the bamboo and having the charcoal in as well, because charcoal's really good for like absorption of like your petrol fumes and things like that. So, because it's a scrubber, it's a natural scrubber, is charcoal. I have got a vodka and lemonade tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I had my first vodka last weekend and it went down okay. It didn't seem to upset my tummy, thankfully. And even the following night was hilarious. It was my neighbour's birthday last Saturday, and she'd been out to her daughter's for a barbecue and stuff. And I was like, oh, you know, she'd come back, and I was like, oh, pop round if you want later on when kids are in bed, and we'll have a drink, and you know. So that's what she did. And yeah, she left at 3 o'clock the next morning. It was a good night though. She can't remember getting home. And I mean, well, I say home, literally. I mean, she bounced out the front door, walked down my front patio-y bit. It's not much. Out my gate, in her gate, staggered back, got in her door, and literally fell on the floor apparently. So it was quite funny. Her other half came downstairs and apparently just stood there and looked at her and went, "You're home then." Oh my God, 3 a.m. Yeah, 3 a.m. I can't remember the last time, but we were just as you do, chatting away. I mean, Ian was sat down with us as well, and we were talking about music and all sorts, and just having a right giggle. In fact, she bobbed back over. Actually, she bobbed back next door. I think it was about midnight. She bobbed back home and brought some more beers back. That's some going drinking all night. Yeah, she came round at like 8:30. She was like, "Oh, I'll come round about 8:30 for half an hour." Honestly. So, but before lockdown, that's what she would used to do. I mean, it was great because it was her birthday last Saturday, so it was a bit different. But normally on a Friday night, she would come round. Once Ian had gone to the pub, she'd come round about 8 o'clock, and literally Ian had walked in the door as she'd walk, and hey up, love, bye, bye. And she'd go back next door as well. So it's great. It'd keep me company when Ian was out. God, I used to get in at that time regularly when I was younger. Now you see, no. Funnily enough, I was talking about this with my next door but one neighbour. Her eldest is 22, bless her, and she was only 5 when we moved here. So I've really seen her and her sister growing up. And we were talking about going out, and she was like saying, she's like, "Nah, I much prefer going for a meal, having a few cocktails, coming home, having some drinks at home. I'm not bothered." And I'm like, "Oh my God, Lauren, you are so old before your time." And she's like, "Yeah, but I couldn't even do it like at uni and stuff like that." And yeah, and I was like saying to her, when obviously I was her age and going out, you didn't have the opportunity to go out till 6 o'clock in the morning. Clubs shut at 2. So to make sure that I used to be able to get home, I used to leave the club at 1:30, go and get a big kebab, which is next door to the taxi rank. And it was one of these where you have to put your, I don't know, probably do it, but you put your name down with the woman with a clipboard. So she'd take your name and she'd say, "Oh, you're going to be 10 minutes or whatever waiting, and where you were going to." And so otherwise, because if you waited till kicking out time at 2 a.m., you were then waiting till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to get a cab. And I'm like, no, all I want to do at that time is go home and go to bed, you know? So yeah, no, I used to be home for 2 as everybody else was just getting kicked out. So Roxanne, that sounds like a good time. It was a good time, Roxanne. I'm having a Zoom call with some friends tomorrow night, and there will be dark rum and cranberry consumed during. I don't blame you. That sounds delish. I love cranberries as a fruit, particularly as a dried fruit, but I'm not keen on cranberry juice. But I can imagine mixed with the dark rum, because I love dark rum. Yeah, Captain Morgan's, not Captain Morgan's. What is it? What's that? There's another one that's better than Captain Morgan's, but it's quite expensive. Can't remember which one it is. But yeah, I bet the two mixed together are really, really nice. Yeah. Anita, in my 20s, I was a holiday rep. Oh, were you? Where? Where were you? Where were you a holiday rep? Were you a blue coat or a red coat? That tells you then which company, doesn't it? Because is it red coats of Butlins and blue coats of Pontins or something like that? And we used to party all night. If we got 2 hours sleep before going on duty the next day, at the hotel, it was a bonus. Couldn't do it. But you know, this is the thing though, Anita. Even as a kid and a teenager, I couldn't do it. I've never been able to want to do that. Go out partying all night, literally have 2 or 3 hours kit, and then get up and go to work. No chance. If I'm on a night out, it's because I've got the day off the next day. Or at least the morning off. I don't have to be in till the afternoon. You know what I mean? I've got a bit of time to, yeah. Adding a wedge of lime. Oh, adding a wedge of lime, and it takes the sweetness out of it. I like it. Kraken. That's it. Thank you. That's the one. Kraken is awesome. That's my favourite. I love Kraken. Yes, that's the one. I meant to say it's a black label. But you knew it. You knew it. Yay. Oh, do you know, even with that fan on, it's getting a bit warm in here. But I'm doing all right. I'm not having to have a wafter yet. No, not in this country. Oh, right, okay. Oh, right, okay, right, got you. I worked Mallorca. Oh, wow, in summer. Then Cyprus in winter. Oh, nice. I was only ever home for 2 weeks a year. Wow. How long did you do that for, Anita? That's brilliant. I had a friend, you see, she worked for, I'm pretty sure she was Pontins, so I think she was Blue Coat. Louise, if you're watching this and I've got it wrong, I'm so sorry, my darling. But yeah, she worked for a few years, actually 3-4 years, over here in the holiday, and she loved it. She loved it. I ummed and ahed with going out and being a holiday rep abroad when I was in my early 20s, and that's when I ended up in Guernsey, of all places. Yeah, I was considering going on cruise ships as well. In fact, actually, that's what I was looking at. I was looking at jobs on cruise ships when I came across the advert for the job in Guernsey, and I went for that and I got that. So 5 years, best time of my life. Yeah, Louise, she thoroughly enjoyed. She loved it, absolutely loved it. She got to be like senior, I don't know. She was the entertainment like staff or something. Roxanne, that sounds like me at uni. When I worked at the student pub and during Freshers Week, I did my course Monday to Friday and worked all 7 nights. Oh my God. Hours lasted for 2 weeks every 6 months. Yeah, that's true. Oh, crikey. Oh dear. Yes, it is still getting quite warm in here, guys. And is it warm where you are? Because we're supposed to be having quite a nice week, aren't we? Although I think next week's still looking quite nice, but I think the week after now up here, beginning of this week, it was meant to be really nice, and now it's looking all cloudy and raining. So God knows. Oh, hey dear. So whereabouts in Mallorca and whereabouts in Cyprus were you then, Anita? Cyprus I've never been to. Going this year for my sister's wedding would have been the first time. But I've been to Mallorca a couple of times. I love Mallorca. For how many times I've been to Mallorca? I think I've been 4 times to Mallorca. So I do like Mallorca. Something about it. It's just really nice. But I love the Greek islands. Oh, I adore the Greek islands. I'd live in Greece. I love the food. I think that's what it is. It's the food that draws me in. It's just. I've always said to Ian, I've always wanted to have a garden where I can have a proper Mediterranean outdoor oven. You know, where they block it. It's literally like in a cave wall, or it's in, and you block it up with clay, and you'll put like a lamb cleftico or something, a lamb stew in there, and you literally seal it up in the morning, and then you crack the clay in the evening, and it's there you go, was your uncle, it's done and it's cooked, and that's how you eat it. Oh, divine. It is warm up here, cloudy but warm. Yeah, it is, isn't it, Roxanne? Because I know you're not far away from me. It's muggy. It's been muggy all day, and I'm getting a bit sticky now. Anita, in New York, I worked in Calador. Calador, yes. Alcudia. And Cyprus, I worked in Paphos. We're staying in Ayia Napa, or on the outskirts of Ayia Napa anyway, when we go to Cyprus. And Calador and Alcudia, I've been to both. I can't remember where we stayed in Alcudia, but Calador was the first time I ever went to Mallorca when I was 9. And then when I went back, then me and my husband went when it was my 21st. Obviously, we weren't married then, but that was our first holiday abroad we went on together. And we went to Cala de Menorca. And then before we got married, 6 months before we got married, we went with my mum and dad, and we went to Palma Nova. But we actually went to Calador to see it again, and we found the villa that we'd stopped in when we'd stopped there when I was 9. So yeah, absolutely gorgeous. I adore Calador. Absolutely beautiful. The little marina, but it's proper. I mean, it was always when I remember my mum saying when we were there when I was 9, there was a lot of sailboats, and then when we went back, I mean, God, I've been married 16 years. Yeah, 16 years. So I'm talking like 18 years ago when I was last there. It was really like, the boats that were in that marina was like, they're going to cost a pretty penny. They were a decent, and the restaurants on the front. There was one. There was one on, and it got blue and white. Blue and white, the canopies out, and it was along the left-hand side as you were looking down. God, I always remember that place. Did amazing, amazing seafood. Anita, I came off my moped in that marina. Oh my God! Oh, so you know it well then. Ended up in hospital for 2 weeks. Oh my God! You know the one I mean, don't you? Going round as if you're going down from Calador, as you're going round, and it was on, as you came round the marina, it was there on that stretch before you went up the hill. So before you go up the hill or you go out again. But yeah, that used to do amazing seafood. Yeah, not the cheapest. Not the cheapest. We had a lunch there, all 4 of us, me, my mum, dad, and Ian. Oh God, and I don't think it was it euros then? Can't remember if it was euros then or not. It might have still been pesetas. So, you're making me miss it. I know, I'm making myself miss it. But do you know what? But those memories are so, like I say, from the sort of an accumulation of being 9 and remembering it, and then being 22 and remembering it. So yeah, 23. No, euros when you were working. Yeah, I'm thinking it would have been man about in in Mallorca it would have been potatoes, wasn't it? Yeah, no, it was euros, but yeah. You see, I miss that about going abroad. Does anybody else miss the individual countries having their own currency? I do, because I used to collect it. So when I was a kid, I mean, we used to go abroad on holiday every other year. Um, and so it was great for me when I'd come back. I'd have some, because obviously coinage you can't pass over back, you can't change it back. So my dad would be left with a bit of coinage, and I've still got those to this day. I've still got some drachma. I've got pesetas. I've got, what was it in? Because the first time we went to Amsterdam, it wasn't euros, and I can't remember. Guilders. It was guilders. And what was Greek currency? Was that wasn't drachma, was it? Drachma was German. But I've got loads. I've got absolutely loads. Yeah, I miss it. I miss. It was sort of a souvenir. It was an extra souvenir of that holiday, wasn't it? Yes, potatoes or potatoes. Yeah, when you're drunk. Yeah, yeah. The more jugs of sangria you get down your neck, it's more like items. So it was the drachma in Greece, was it? It was. Ah, yes. I miss individual currencies too. Yeah, Roxanne. I have only been to El Arenal, El Arenal in Mallorca, with a night in Magaluf for my birthday. But the places you've mentioned sound like a good place to visit. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I know where El Arenal is. Oh, Calador is gorgeous. It's a beautiful little harbour and marina and little like it used to be like a fishing village. Um, Cala de Mallorca is a bit more. I mean, we went for my 21st, and it is a bit more for that type of, not exactly 1830s holiday. It's not like proper middle of Magaluf, but it is a bit, So, yeah. What was Germany currency? Can't remember now. Marks. It was the mark. It was the mark, wasn't it? German currency was marks. I used to do pub crawls to Magaluf. Oh man. Well, when I went with my mum and dad, 6 months before we got married, we actually stopped in Palma Nova. But of course, there is no border between Magaluf and Magaluf and Palma Nova. Well, it's the roundabout, isn't it? It's the road as you come down, and then you've got right is Magaluf and left is Palma Nova. There's that roundabout or junction. But yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it was the German mark. So I've got German marks. I've got Austrian shillings as well, from when I used to go skiing when I was at school. So I've got loads. Palma is a lovely place. Yeah, for weekend visit. Yeah, it is. I really liked Palma, especially as the further away from Magaluf you went. I mean, don't get me wrong. We did go into Magaluf. We did the we'd done it. Ian and I had done it when we were there for my 21st, and then we went again when we went back with my mum and dad. The Pirates Adventure thing. Oh my god, I've got the big pictures. It's hilarious. What was it called? It was like Pirates of the Caribbean type show, and you got your meal in it and stuff like that, and your drinks and stuff. Was it called Pirates Adventure? Funny as hell, proper brilliant acrobatic and theatrical, performance. It was amazing. That was really good. That I really enjoyed that. In fact, I think that's why we went. We made my mum and dad go when we went back. We were like, well, "You've got to come and see it. It's amazing. It's so funny." Oh my god, I used to take groups there to the pirate. Yeah, that is the pirate adventure, isn't it? Yeah, because they'd have the pirate. You'd queue up and they'd have the pirates outside the entrance, and that's where you used to take your photos, and they'd have the big kazoos and stuff like that. Yeah. Roxanne, there were three of us, and it was a girls' holiday. It's the one thing I've never done. I've never been on a girly holiday abroad. Honestly, never done it. There were three of us, and it was a girls' holiday, and we got a good offer on a trip. For €40 each, we got travel to and from the club, entry, and unlimited drinks. We were hammered by the end of it. Absolutely, absolutely. Oh my word. I remember something about that in Magaluf actually. I'm trying to think. There was like, wasn't there like, I never did it, or even Ian and I never did it, but you could pay like €15 or something, or €50, and that was it. Yeah, like say €40, and yeah. You've gotta make the most of them deals, haven't you? Oh my god, I need to BCM nightclub. Never went. Absolutely got no chance. Would you get me anywhere near that place? But yeah, our Liz went. My sister went. Oh crikey. You used to get a bandana at Pirates Adventure. Yeah. Yeah, we've got the bandana. We've still got the bandanas, and we've got the pictures that we got took outside. Um In fact, they come round and do them at the tables as well. I know they do because I've actually got some of, I think it's all four of us actually sat at the table. So that was where we went dancing on the tables, riding a mechanical bull. Why did everywhere have them frigging mechanical bulls? I used to pee myself watching Ian trying to stay on them. I did better than him, but it was great, although the flight home the next morning wasn't as much fun. No, I can imagine. I was working, I went to BMN, that's my BCM, that's my excuse. You'll say that to anybody, Anita, we know. You broke your wrist on a ball. Oh my god. That I'm not surprised at, because they don't have to throw you off. And you've got no chance of knowing how you're gonna fall. Oh dear. Yeah, I could do better than Ian. I could stay on a lot better. But I think that's to do with me dancing, because I've got big, quite, well, I used to have, not anymore, because I don't dance as much anymore, but I used to have really good, solid thigh muscles, so I could hold on a bit better, although all the top half, I tell you what, the effect on your neck from that thing is worse than headbanging in a mosh pit for 2 hours. Oh my god, my neck was the worst thing when I used to come off. Because literally, as you're going in, it proper jerks you back, doesn't it? Oh dear, I don't think I'd last a second nowadays. God no. Oh god, yes, whiplash. Yeah, I know. I've done some crazy ass stuff. Oh man. Do you know? I'm really pleased I've never had a girl actually. In one respect, because I know what I got up to as a teenager, and yeah, I just wouldn't want to think, especially when the person next to me bought a bacon butty. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that's the worst, Roxanne. Oh god, worst hangover I ever had was oh god, Anita, the things we do when we've had a few drinks. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when you've had a few drinks, it's fun. Don't think about it the next day, do you? I prefer a mosh pit now. Yeah, I can't even do the mosh pit anymore, Roxanne. My neck is, yeah, absolutely. It doesn't help. The accident that I had a couple of years ago hasn't helped that at all. I've ridden those sober as well. Why? Why would you even? Why? Sober? God no. No chance would you get me on one of them when I'm sober. Hangovers last 2 days now rather than a few hours. Oh yeah, I found that as soon as I hit 30. As soon as I hit 30, hangovers went from a day to 3. Why? What happened there then? You know, all I've done is like literally got a few minutes older, but no. Yes, why sober? Yeah, exactly, Anita. Why? Why? No chance. Yeah, worst hangover I ever had. Oh my god. Went down to London for my friend's wedding in '07. Well, she got married in '07, so went down for a hen do. obviously in '07, and we went to see The Lion King in Covent Garden. Absolutely phenomenal. One of the best theatrical productions I have ever seen in my life. Inspiring, amazing. However, we were stopping in a holiday inn near Gatwick Airport, so it was obviously quite a way outside of everything. And the coach picked us up, took us back to the hotel, but it was like early evening. So we cracked on getting bottles of wine. And there was quite a few of us. And so there was like 6 or 8 of us. And it was 20 quid a bottle. And I don't know if we counted. I think there was 13 bottles by the end of it. Between about 6 of us, 8 of us maybe. That were it. Oh my God, it was horrendous. The next day, I got up when I had to. I was in the shower. I got downstairs. I saw my mate. She's like, "Oh, I was just coming to check you were awake." I'm like, "Yep, I'm here." She's like, "You all right, aren't you?" I think I'm still pissed. And then we had breakfast, and then we were on the coach, and we were going into London, and we were having about 5 hours worth of time in London to shop. By the time I got towards I remember it was outside Harrods. We were outside Harrods and we were cracking on down the road. And I kept thinking to myself, if I don't get off this bus soon, I am going to hurl everywhere. It was rosé wine that we were drinking. And honest to God, I don't think I touched it for a good 10 years. No chance. My head that day was just, oh, that was wicked. Absolutely wicked. Roxanne, I think it was a dare. I should flipping hope so. I used to get sympathy hangovers, all the bad stuff and none of the fun. I was teetotal at the start of uni. I see. Oh no. Haha, when you wake up still hammered is the worst feeling. Yeah, that night was. I remember being in the shower, literally stood there swaying like this, going, "Oh no, I'm still wrecked. Like, what am I gonna do?" I got hammered on Pernod at 16. Still can't stomach the smell to this day. Pernod and Black by any chance, mate? Or just Pernod? Yeah, that's ropey stuff. Now you see, I was never into Pernod. Never into Pernod. And yet now I love I still don't like Pernod so much, but the Aniseed, what's it called? Oh, come on. You can get a silver label, you can get a black label one. Can't remember. Ooh, yes, Pernod and Black or Pernod and Lemonade. Not absinthe. No, absinthe is green. What's the aniseedy one? Oh, crikey. You can set it alight. See, that's how long it is since I've been out on a good sesh, on a good night out with the girls that ends up. We used to, I'm saying used to because I don't know. Sambuca, thank you, Roxanne, thank you. Yes, Sambuca. I like a Sambuca. I don't know. Oh God, I know what you mean, but can't think of the name. There you go, Anita. Sambuca. Yeah, we used to have this little, we've got a couple of them, little like shot bars where you get like 6 different shots for a £5, and they're like, squashed frog and like cappuccino ones, and you don't want to know. You just go, give me 6 of whatever, just give me a random. Yeah. So I like a good night out with shots. I do have to say, I do like going on the shots at the end of the night. It's not a good idea, but I do like it at the time. And we do have sours. We love like apple sours and stuff like that. So we have things like that in our alcohol unit anyway. So, oh God, that's it. No, can't stand that stuff. Roxanne, your mum loves the stuff. You can't stand it. I love it. I love Sambuca. I love Sambuca. I also love Jägermeister. Now then, I know Jägermeister over here is it's used in, what's it used in? Go on, tell me. I do enjoy shots until the next week. Tequila is my poison if I'm on a mission. Jaeger bomb. Thank you, Anita. Yes, Jägermeister is used in Jaeger bombs. However, they're in Austria, where that comes from. There's a different way of drinking it. And I was introduced to it at 16. Don't forget, I used to go skiing in Austria. So I've known about Jägermeister a long time. In fact, in my unit, I've actually got 2 miniature bottles that I brought back from one of my skiing trips with, I don't think, it wouldn't have been when I was with school. It would have been after I'd left. It would probably been 96 or 97. Yeah, can you imagine how strong they are now? Ooh, I'd love to open them and take the lids off and whiff it, but I'd be like, whoa. Yeah. I can't stand Red Bull though. No, I don't like Red Bull. I don't like energy drinks. I don't like the taste of them. I've occasionally had a couple of double vodka and Red Bulls downtown when I've been out, but it does absolutely naffle for me. I can still get home and go straight asleep. Yeah, not a problem. I got wrecked on flaming B-52s once. Oh no. But shot-wise, it is either Kraken, Jägermeister, but no Bull either, laugh out loud. Goldschlager or tequila. Yeah, tequila. We used to meet up with friends on a bank holiday Sunday, and one bank holiday we'd have at their house, one at our house, and one of the bank holidays at our house, sorry. I ended up, and I mean, I live on a main road, don't forget, and I ended up in my front garden at 5 o'clock in the morning in my pajamas and my dressing gown, with the birds twittering, going, tequila, it makes me happy. Oh, tequila, it makes me sad. And there were people going to work, going by, watching me. Did I care? Not a jot. As Billy Connolly would say, not a jot. Yeah. I like my tequila as well, ladies. B-52s, love them. I know. God, I can't remember the last time I had a B-52. Jeez. That must have been funny to watch. I bet it was, Anita, because I was by that point. I mean, literally, we used to start, because what we used to do was we always started at 6 o'clock. So we'd go around, whoever's house it was at, that was your start time, was 6 o'clock. And we'd either make a massive lasagna and garlic bread, or they'd do a curry or whatever. So there was food waiting, so you'd have a nosh up, couple of drinks, and then we used to sit and play poker. You see, we'd play cards, and before you knew it, it was 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, very rarely did we ever get to bed before 6 in the morning on them bank holidays. They were all obviously before children. But yeah, they were definitely BC, before children. I haven't been out in ages though. No, neither have I, Roxanne. It's got to be over a year since I was last out, really. Yeah. What's in a B-52? I think it's Bailey's, but what else? I was just about to say, but Roxanne, it's Kahlua, Bailey's, and Grand Marnier. Yeah. My mum used round where I live, they don't put Grand Marnier in. It's triple sec, but I love that song, and that sounds like me at uni. walking through the campus at God knows what hour in the morning to go to a friend's house. Yeah. You see, I didn't do uni. I never went to uni, so I didn't have that experience, unfortunately. I made up for it though when we got our own house, believe me. That's it. God, no wonder I got drunk. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty lethal, love. Yeah, it's not. No, it's not like a Long Island iced tea. I don't like that. Jeez, that's going to take you half an hour. Talking of which, my glass is empty, ladies. Roxanne, one of my friends got a homebrew shot kit, and that was deadly. We ended up with 12 pints of it. Oh my God. Oh, that's making my eyes water just thinking about that, Roxanne. Me and my husband have said we really want to do some like hedgerow picking this year. And we want to particularly find local slows, and do slow gin. Gee whiz. Was that it? All that you see, the thing is, when I hear about homebrew, I always immediately I think of my dad, because my dad used to do homebrew in the garage when I was younger. But it was just beer; it wasn't spirits or like that. But spirit-wise, I always think of The Good Life with his peapod wine, and they're like, "Are you sure you don't want some peapod wine?" And it's like, oh my God, that is what I think of with homebrew. So yeah, I really want to do something like that, like some nettle wine, or slow gin or slow vodka or something, and just like, yeah, have that experience of it's like, oh my God, I don't really think I should be drinking this, but by God, that's good. Yeah. Anita, you love slow gin as well. Oh, yep, I have no idea how, but we had a house party and it was the drink of the night. Okay, well, damson gin. Yes, damson gin is really lovely as well, Anita. Yes, it is very, very nice. I do like damsons as well. Oh dear. Right, ladies, I'm afraid my eyes are watering because it's been quite muggy today, so pollen count's been a bit high. The glass is empty, unfortunately. So I think we'll call it a night for tonight. Thank you so much for joining in. I did wonder if anybody was going to talk to me at the beginning, so thank you for coming in there tonight, ladies, and having a fabulous conversation. I've really enjoyed it. Anita, thanks for the chat. Have a good weekend. Yes, you too, my darling. Have a wonderful weekend, ladies. It's meant to be superb weather, so get out there, enjoy it, nice and safely, but get out there and live your lives, guys. Yeah, I think that's what I'm sort of coming around to thinking. I'm just like, yeah, let's just do it now. Not like I say, we'll just still be careful and cautious, and be in control of our own, what we can be in control of. But yes, have an awesome weekend, ladies, and I shall see you next week, hopefully. See you soon. Bye.